This way, I have it as separate videos for when I try to upload to YouTube. Thank you so much for the bits, Sandhills Bell. I'll redo that so it is on the video and we have proof of it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Oh, and it's a melting snowman. I love the timing, right when the camera goes off. 300 melting snowmen just die. And nobody gets to see. Is that a floor? I didn't want a floor. I wanted the wall. Oh, and that also reminds me, for those of you who are paying attention to diseases and the realm of diseases, because apparently I'm just going to be your freaking news source for today, the Wuhan virus showed up in Massachusetts because somebody is an asshole. And he should probably be, you know, executed. Just removed. The person recently went to Wuhan, went to Wuhan, went back, came back to the United States, but didn't want to get stuck because wanted the good doctors, so lied about being sick, got off the plane, and then immediately went to the hospital. But didn't tell everyone they didn't tell the airport right then and there about all those people right then and there. Like, I'd have told, like, if you're gonna be that much of a dick, you tell them right when you're about to land, BT dubs, I'm sick as balls, everyone on this plane's fucking infected. Because at this point, at the very least, let's like lower how much of a freaking biohazard you are. But this dude then goes to the hospital, and now they have to track down all the people on the plane, all the people who got off in Massachusetts, but worse yet, all the people who didn't get off in Massachusetts, all the people who had connecting flights around the world, who now do not know that they are in fact plague rats that have basically half fucking skirted a quarantine because this dude's gonna go hop onto a plane and cough on everybody. Straight up, if anybody like died, this is why I should never be a king or anything. If anybody died from that dude, I would charge him with murder for each and every one. And not just like not just manslaughter, straight homicide. Homicide with a biological weapon. Fucking, we'll have him charged up on war crimes. I want to see this dude hung. Like, if someone dies, particularly if it's a secondary person, wasn't even related to that plane, because of this asshole, fucking just hang him. That's just a dick move. Yeah, I've heard Kung Flu, Chung Flu. Yeah, we're living in Plague Inc. It's fucking, like, that is such a dick move. Because think about it, he came back now. We have known, this has been known that there was a disease in that area for like 3-4 weeks. It's not like the dude was like, oh God, was I sick? No, because as soon as he came back, as soon as that dude was on fucking American soil, he was like, deuces, and went straight to a hospital and was like, hey, can you treat me? I've got the Wuhan flu. You're like, the fuck do you mean you? So he knew he was infected. He just wanted to make sure that he got to, he didn't want to suffer for purposely going to a place that was where he was going to get sick. He didn't want to get treated there. So he went to a place where he would knowingly get sick and then came back and didn't tell anyone else what was going on. Infected everyone. Just infected probably everyone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The girl in France, she's a dick move too. She's a dick move too. Same idea. Not only like counts of treason or whatever. Like I said, if it can be proven that she got someone sick and that person died, or someone got sick and died from the person, like literally count everyone in her infection chain and his chain. If you knowingly spread the virus, you freaking, what is it? Something Mary. You freaking, oh, that is so much worse than anything else. Literally each and every death charged, not a chance for defense, because You've already proven it. No chance for defense. I don't care. This, like I said, this is international court time, baby. This is international court time. We're going to go the lowest of all rights that are probably afforded to you in an international court, and then we're just going to execute you. Fucking jackasses. At some point, this is just crimes against humanity. At some point, you are trying to spread a pandemic into an epidemic. Crimes against humanity. You do not need to exist anymore. That is some fucking stupid bullshit. And I'm not just saying like people who like get other people sick. Like at the beginning of it, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it's just, that's the way disease works. But at some point, you are sick and it's known what you're sick with. Once you get to that point, you're just knowingly spreading shit. Stop knowingly spreading shit. Fucking stupid bastards. We have to wait for the trees. I've gone through all my wood? Really? I guess I went through all my wood. I'm going to remove this wood stockpile. Typhoid Mary, thank you. Or just lock them in a box and let the bug run its course. But like they've already infected other people. It needs to go down on records. It needs to go down on records. 43 people died because this man right here. Like just not just let it run its course. It needs to be public. It needs to be public. I want the name to be shamed. I want there to be new terms for people who do this shit based upon the people who spread these viruses. Typhoid Mary has come and gone. We need a modern name for modern assholes. We're gonna fucking call him Jackass Jim or wherever the fuck. Kung Flu fucking... I'm trying to think of a K word. I can't think of a K name. What's a Kane? Kung Fu Kane or something like that. Fucking let it be known. Fucking jackasses. Oh, I know there is a quarantine so that people don't get sick. So I'm going to skirt the quarantine and then let people die. And I think the female who went to France, when she was talking about why she skirted the quarantine, her thing was because she had like an appointment at like a nice restaurant, I think. That's why she's willing to like cause an epidemic and kill people, was because she'd had like a reservation at a very nice restaurant. If I heard that and I was any nice restaurant in France, I would immediately be like, nope, we are shutting down for today. We are not letting anyone in, particularly if you recently came from China. Because you know of your what? 600, however many people you get a night, you know one of them is guaranteed infected because she's going to be coming. She'll be coming around the mountain when you die. She's gonna come around to your freaking area and kill you so that she can eat some of your overpriced fucking garbage food. Just shut the entire restaurant down. I think I would rather lose a day and get known as a restaurant that shut itself down to keep people like healthy than not shut myself down and be the restaurant to just let everyone die. Citizen Zero, stream the vid from the box? What? What box? Had a Tinder date. Infected kid goes to your school. Now I want Chinese food. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Before today's stream, I had ramen. Like proper ramen from an Asian food. It's good noodles. But I also don't expect my delivery man to have recently come from Wuhan for the express purpose of infecting me. Some of these people, though, dear Lord, like I don't know how they get through life. Like it has got to be hard. It has got to take genuine effort to either be that much of an incompetent ass or just that thick. Like, very, very difficult thing to pull off. I have a supply of udon noodles. No, I had pork belly ramen with 3 mochi ice cream balls. I think I've used the right word. I forget what type it is. I actually nearly made an ass out of myself at school too. Very, very close. First day of school, I had gone in, and for some reason, the second class I was in, like my nose was running a little bit. So I got some sniffles. I had sneezed once. Very, very nice, not out in the open, you know, things like that. And then I went to the bathroom to blow my nose. But the teacher's talking. It's the first day he's introducing himself. So I get up, say, sorry, I think my allergies are acting up. And I go, don't worry. It's not like I have the kung flu. But then I turn and look, and my class is like at least 50% people of Asian descent, we'll say. So it's like I've got nothing serious. Very much a near whoopsie moment. You don't want to be that asshole to make a joke and then someone in your class, be currently dying to that thing you just joked about. I was like, don't worry, it's like I got nothing serious. Especially if you are in an American school, because nowadays you do anything that's insulting to anybody, you are getting kicked out. And as I am a veteran, I am basically already on like very narrow ledge. I'm always slightly nervous at my school. I am a dude, I am Caucasian, I am straight, and I am a veteran. According to my college, I am Satan incarnate. Doesn't matter how nice I am to most anything else, any one of those 3s would be an executable offense. Or any of those 4, I can't count. So I'm always having to be very, very careful that I don't say stupid shit. Remove -stress -all. And remove and stress needs to be together, right? Hachu and haching. That's so bad. That's like straight up. A lot of people in the school, I haven't even told that I do this. I haven't really. Because I'm half worried that not just oh, I'll say something bad about a teacher and the teacher shows up, but I'm half worried that I'll make a joke, because I'm gonna make jokes. A lot of these people are stupid. That I'll make a joke and then someone will see and then it'll report me to the school for existing, and the school will come for me. The school will come for me. I mean, you guys have been here for some of the stories. The freaking programming teacher that hates computers. It's not the most sensible of locations, we'll say. Of course, now that I brought up sneezing and having a running nose, I swear my left nostril heard me and starting to run. I took my Claritin earlier, I swears. Hashtag triggered. My boss is the exact opposite. He would tell the offended person, if you can't take a joke, there's the door. Yeah, I can't do that at a college. Not only can I not do that at a college, I can't do that at a college that I'm using the GI Bill to pay for. Because if the college takes that money and then I didn't get like the benefit, like I didn't get the credit for the class, the government comes back to me to get the money back. I can't tell them to just take the door. So far though, on the nice side, my teachers this semester seem to be decent people. One of them does appear to be a Marxist, which by itself, that's like, I don't necessarily have anything against that. But they're like a finance / managing professor. Like that. Whenever I get any of the economy teachers who are like communists, that's what confuses me. I have a lot of teachers that appear to have personal opinions, the exact opposite of what you would think for what they're teaching. But the teacher who I suspect might be a Marxist is more just the symptoms of capitalism type. Like he's not, from what he has mentioned, he doesn't sound like he's gonna try to convert me to communism. But he has pointed out that capitalism has flaws, which I can accept that. Everything has flaws. If that is what you're going with as an economics / finance / managerial position, okay, yeah. I see nothing wrong with that. You're not trying to convince me of anything, and you're not trying to like teach me the exact opposite of what the book is teaching us. Fine with me. And like I said, so far it appears that's like, quote unquote, it's not even that bad, but that's like the worst. Stop it. Stop it, college fingers. Stop joining me in conversations. I don't need you. The college has gotten me, man. The college has gotten to me. Thursdays are harsh though. Thursdays I'm gonna lose. I know I'm gonna be losing my damn sanity. Hold on, I'm grabbing my phone just because I have like my schedule on the phone. I'm not gonna say what the classroom or anything is. However, on Thursdays, the class was not updated to repeats. That causes an issue. Good thing that we were all here so I could notice this. Repeat forever, please. So I know I have the class. On Thursdays, I go in and at 2 to 3:15, I have one class. Then at 4 o'clock to 5:15, I have another class. So I get about 45 minutes in the middle. Okay. And it's a different room. And that ends at 5:15. Then at 5:30 to 8:15 in the exact same room is my next class. So I've got like 4 or 5 hours in just the one room. Like the teacher leaves, but I don't. And that just feels so weird. That feels so weird to me that the teacher leaves. It's like, bye. I was gonna sit here and wait for my next professor. But I'm nearing the end. I think at most, I only have 2 more semesters of class left. If I do nothing fancy and I just go for a bachelor's degree, I have 2 more semesters of class left. And it's because I'm at a weird number too. It's just because of it's just like concentration requirements basically. I have, after this semester, I have a 12 and a 9. So I have 21 credits remaining. So no matter how you break it down, it's going to take 2 semesters. The second one, though, is not a full semester. If I do it as a 12 and a 9, it's a full-time student, and then because of the weird way they do the math, I think I'm a mostly like an 80% time student for the 9 one. It'd be more efficient to do that in high school. So yeah, we are coming to a close of my college tenure. Whatever will I do when I try to re-enter the real world again? No, and this is what? This is a spring, right? So I will end in fall, then do a spring, and I think graduate in the summer. I don't know how the fuck that system works. Because like school always starts in a fall semester. That's always the beginning. So you have to end in a spring one. But like graduations are in spring. So do you wait an entire year to graduate, or do you graduate while you're still taking a class? I don't understand that system. Degree in? What's my degree in? Management. It's the only thing that I could translate real well from, and in particular, supply chain / service management. Because the only thing I could easily transfer on my resume from the military is leadership experience and logistical handling. Because the primary job I did, which was shooting missiles at incoming missiles, turns out doesn't market well. I can't go to, I cannot go to like the nearest airport and go, can I work for you? I have experience shooting down planes. For some reason, that's not like what really gets you in the door. Though I could say I have experience looking at radars and tracking planes flying around and shit, don't get me wrong. It could be argued that there is something there, but the primary thing I did was to evaluate them for whether or not I could shoot them down. So to go with that, the most everything that you do in that regard, because I was in a lot of leadership positions, is leadership and logistical things. So that is my degree and my concentration is a bachelor's of management with a concentration in supply chain management, which is just basically logistical handling. Which the funny thing is, like, I want to say a quarter of the games I've done on this stream is just what I'm learning in college. You guys have watched me play games on this stream that basically covers exactly what I'm learning in college, and it's slightly goofy. I pointed this out to some of my teachers too. I pointed out to him, like, you know, they've got games on this, right? And he was like, what? I'm like, they have games on this. This is a game. What do you mean this is a game? So I pointed out like Factorio. Like I pointed it out to him and he literally made me load up the commercial for Factorio. No, sorry, not Factorio, Satisfactory. Made me load up the commercial for Satisfactory to show it to the class so the class could maybe get hands-on practice with logistical handling. Because what we were covering was the rate of raw supply gained, the rate that a factory or a machine could convert that raw supply to another, you know, part, the rate that the next machine converted that part into a new part. And like our complicated math was when they had to go through multiple different machines. Like we had to, like, for that particular module of learning, we were just learning like where the choke points were and how to make the overall flow more efficient. So I pointed out to a teacher, I was like, you know, this is a video game, right? We could do all of this real easy by getting some video games. And these teachers don't know it. Straight up, they don't know that what they're teaching is basically video games. Had no clue. I think I've now mentioned it like 2 or 3 teachers, and every time they have been surprised that the things you need to know for logistics is an entire genre of video games that people do for fun. Yeah, Satisfactory is the new 3D Factorio, but yeah, Factorio, same thing. Factorio, Satisfactory, there's 2 games before that are the same exact thing. This is a series of games. This is basically a genre to itself. They're all like business simulations. One of them was a pharma game. I'm forgetting what that's called right now. I've got a bunch of them. I've got a bunch of them on Steam. As goofy as it sounds, I have these games on Steam. But yeah, I had to point out to them. I had to point out to the teachers. And these people are so much in like the business realm of things that is completely like mind-shattering to them that what they are teaching is a game. What they're teaching can be handled with real, like almost real life practice. I mean, it's not real life, it's a game, but with actual hands-on practice, understanding the concept. It's just baffling to them that it exists. Not only like, not even that maybe there's a program that could give you practice, but that there's a game and people do it for fun. People pay money to do what they're teaching for fun. Like, just blew their mind. Big Pharma, thank you. Hold on, let me load it up on here because the computer that's doing Dwarf Fortress isn't connected to the internet. So I will need to load up Steam on the streaming computer. But I know I have like 4 or 5 of these types of games. And they're all about optimization. That's literally like all of these things are. And if you think about it, if you like want to break it down to like a card game version, any deck building game is the exact same thing. You need to remove the excess cards that are causing you, Steam is giving me ads. I don't know what any of those are, so I don't care. Get out of my way. I want all my games. Favorites, action, adventure, board game completed. Multiplayer centric, Overlord, puzzle? Not kind of. Programming games like Opus Magnum are kind of the same thing. You need to figure out where you're getting your shit locked down. What are these games? RTS. I think call them under simulation. Frostpunk, not quite, but similar thing. You need to get the materials in. Like, you need to get the raw food in, convert it to food. You got to know where your supply chains are. Oxygen not included, not quite so much. I'm not gonna count that as one, but it's close. Yeah, let's see here. Factorio, good one. When you have things going, Space Engineers, kind of a similar thing. To do Big Pharma, we mentioned. I know I have a bunch of other of these, but now I'm not gonna find them and I'm wanting to look for them, am I? I don't think that's what Redcon was. Turmoil, not really. Space Plan, maybe. But yeah, no, like they don't really have a proper genre name, but this already exists. I don't know how many, like, because I mentioned this before with history class in Hearts of Iron 4. I'm literally learning more from video games than I have done in high school, and kind of am supplementing the education with video games right now. Because the core concepts they're trying to teach to us are just shit that I've done on stream, no less, in video games. Like the last class, there were a couple like hard concepts for the class that I got like the first time he mentioned it. It was a teacher that I brought up Satisfactory with. Because I don't know why people were having issues trying to comprehend, like whenever he'd switch between math, like if something could do 20 a minute, or if something had like a 3-second time per part. Like some people had issues conceptualizing the idea that these are the exact same thing. And I had just gotten it. And the teacher, I forget what the teacher said, but it was along the lines of like, yo, you're getting this pretty quick. And I was like, yeah, it's because I play this as a video game all the time. And then the teacher was like, what? And I go, yeah, no, this is a video game. What you're teaching me right now is literally a game. Capitalist Adventure. Very dumbed down version of it, but same thing. I think there's a version of that where they have the weed one that you're talking about. But yeah, it's just logistical simulation games. They exist. They fucking exist. And this is what people are having to pay money in college to learn. But the goofy thing is that some of them don't learn it in college. Like they barely pass those classes. And then afterwards they still don't get it. And it's like, just want to point out to them, like, this exists. This really isn't that hard. This exists as a game. Just go be good at this game and you'll be fine. Which reminds me, we have a teacher this semester who does half know that they're games. He hasn't told us the name of the game yet, but I cannot wait. There is apparently, we were given as a class the option of getting a book, renting or buying a book. And I looked up the price and the book was like $240 new, because of course it was, it's a college book. Or we can agree that we don't want the book is optional, but when the time comes, we have to pay like $10 to get into this weird online business competitive game where we're gonna have to like test our businesses against each other and see if we can get the logistics down. Better believe I voted for that game, baby. I'm I'm gonna do that homework online. We're gonna stream my fucking homework. We're gonna have the best business. If it ends up that somehow there's homework tied to that game, whatever it is, because he wouldn't tell us what the game was, which was annoying. You better believe if I have homework on that, I'm gonna stream that. Even if it's boring and or stupid, if there's going to be a class where the homework might in fact literally be a game, you better fucking believe I'm streaming that shit. Homework stream. We'll be selling psychic, vampire repellent, and vag smelling candles. No, this isn't Goop, I believe that company is called. Can you just get other people to buy in just to be the suppliers? See, that's the thing, I don't know. And I think that's why he won't tell us the game. But it's annoying because there were some students in the class who knew what the game was, because this teacher teaches multiple levels of classes. And apparently they'd had a version of his class before where they did like a game from the site. So they might not have done this game before, but they already know where to track down the game, if that makes sense. And he didn't tell us the game. So I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that's cheating. If some people know, if nothing else, the site the game is on, but I'm not allowed to know it. I feel like that's cheating. Boodaloom boom. Oh, by the way, what's going on down here? Forgot I did this. That's right. We're trying to get through these fucking aquifers. Yeah, if nothing else, like we might end up just redoing the freaking Triforce in the new version of Dwarf Fortress, if for nothing else than less werewolves and easier aquifers to go through. Might just end up being what we do. I don't think I'll be able to transfer this map over and it work in the new Dwarf Fortress. Mostly because it has an aquifer. Like, I don't think we'd actually be able to get the update unless we created the new world. Which kind of blows for all the time we put into this. But it is what it is. I vote no, suffer with current aquifers. I mean, that too is always an option. But here's the thing. Like, I can get through the aquifers, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's gonna take a long time. Remember, the progress I've made on these aquifers so far is that. And there are minimum 2 Z layers of aquifers to get through. And this is where I am so far. This square, that row, and this diagonal. This is what I've got. Like, you say that now, but how many streams in before, you know, people start regretting that vote? That's what I'm worried about. I may or may not also in the future just not have fucking aquifers. Because they do. I've taken a notice. Anytime I have a base with an aquifer, it takes far longer to get to like same epicness. Like, think about, and we haven't gone over 100 hours in this base yet, but well, this is like what, the 4th, 5th stream, 6th of this base? So we're approaching 50 or 60 hours on this base. And the Hanging Gardens base by this point was already starting to hang. You know what I'm saying? Like, the aquifer really gets in our way. I do spend a lot of time ranting, but like, I spend a lot of time ranting in other bases too. I spend a lot of time ranting in other bases too. We're just able to get through a lot more when I have less aquifers to deal with. D, C. No, not that. Trees. Auto shop now. Yeah, just go. Fuck it. We've had a lot of things to rant. But no, you know, this semester seems like maybe it'll be decent. Can he not get there? He did. Go back to it in 1. Build construction wall. What I need to do, like, if we're to stick with this, I need to start tracking down those DF hack add-on codes to make the game run faster, if nothing else. I worry that over time we lose frames due to just frame death. Now, there is an issue where everything that I have to construct is double counted. It's always an issue for any of my type of builds, which is that when this is made, like I make this floor, it keeps track of a floor, but a second file to keep track of the X, Y, and Z of this, what material it is. So there's one thing it tracks, but then it also has to track the part that this is made from. So we're doubling up, like whenever I have to construct anything, we're more than doubling up compared to whatever we had to get rid of previously, if that makes sense. So I know I've read that there exists a code for DF hack. I might not have it installed. It might not be default. That I will take off the material part of it. Like it still says, okay, the wall here is made of wood, but it doesn't track the wood part used to make the wall anymore. You get the wood when you deconstruct the wall still, but like you get rid of that doubled counting thing. So I think I introduce a lot of lag when I do my construction methods, and I don't know where that code is. I tried looking it up, but I couldn't find it. Sirlac, didn't we transfer your beard from another account, or am I thinking of someone else? All beards should be accounted for. Sirlac, what was your other beard? So I was under the impression that somebody had to change your name at some point, and I thought I had fixed things. I do see Sirlac and Sirlac the second. Why are there 2 Sirlacs? No. I don't mean DF hack something. Like there's a script using DF hack to make Dwarf Fortress not keep track of something. Why? Okay, so why do you have 2 now? Are you concurrently running 2? Because I thought I'd already switched things off from one you weren't using anymore. So you having 2 concurrent ones is confusing me. Boodly boodly doo. Your attempt at Carnby. Hold on. That's actually pretty good. That's way more detail than Carnby had. Carnby was like 17 triangles. That's already way more detail than Carnby had. I lost access to Sirlac for a while and delete the second one. All right. Hold on. Is this a dig command? Why aren't they digging? No. Okay. So, not a DF hack thing by itself. Let's address that to begin with. This is what Dwarf Fortress does. All right. When I look at this, this is a wall. I can't hit T on the wall, but rather like a building, how this door says what it's made of, the game keeps track of in this wall, there is technically the item Peachwood log. Like the game keeps track of that. But also, the game keeps track of this wall by saying at grid XY Z level 106, the material for wall is wood. Really, when you see here, the only difference between Peachwood log wall and damp red sand wall is nothing. It's just, it says at this point it's sand or it's wood. So it's already keeping track of that. But the game also, for some reason, doubles down and keeps track of the fact that it's counting the log that is in this. Like you can look under stocks, I think, and see how much, like just the red numbers, how much is used. So if I go to logs, I think is what it is. It's keeping track of the 15,000 logs that are in the walls still. There is a df hack command to delete every log that is in a wall. I could delete 15,000 items. And when it does it, this df hack command somehow updates the wall, because it's still construction, to reflect, like when you get rid of a stone wall, there's a chance you're getting a wall. It updates the wall to treat it like natural terrain would. So when you get rid of the wall, it gives you the log back anyways. Like you can free up that massive calculation of it tracking every bit of log for all your constructions. So the issue lies with Dwarf Fortress, not DF Hack, but DF Hack has like a fixing script, like a bug fixing script almost, that will remove a bunch of materials from what the game is calculating. Is that causing the lag, or the majority of the lag? No. However, I always do massive constructions and they always start getting bogged down over time. So do I think that it tracking that material has a non-zero effect on my lag? Yes. Yes, I do. Now, if you look on the Dwarf Wiki, under constructions and walls, it mentions that there is a script to delete it, counting all those things. But I can't find, when I look up DF hack, that same script. Like I find things that reference the hack or the script, but I can't find the script itself. And I suspect it's something I'm going to need to download and put with DF hack. Like it's not with DF hack by itself. But that would probably speed things up a bit. That is really good. Particularly as it being you so new to the program. Doing that blanked out chat for me. Oh, what? Switching back and forth? Also, yes. All right. So, Sirlac the second. I'm going to take out the 20,000. I'm going to do this in step by step so I don't fuck up the math. Add 20,000. Subtract 4,000. Add 4,000. Subtract 500. Add 500. Subtract 76. Add 76. Should make this P87. And then from. All right, there you go. The points have been transferred over. Hopefully I'm making you proud. Proud, Papa. So proud of you hiding to stay alive. I do need to occasionally check on this map. Mostly because some of you guys end up dead and I don't notice it yet. Still a feat which I'm attempting to employ. If I just keep my head down, I won't die. I won't die to the vampire. What I understand is, like, why is the vampire so irregular in their murder sprees? Sometimes they kill everything. Sometimes they kill nothing. They're very irregular. Now, hold on. This is 1, 2. Then it goes in 1. Then it needs to be 2 up from that. 1, 2, 1. 2 up to the left of that. So build construction wall. I think this all needs to be limestone blocks. And again, that same amount needs to be limestone blocks 1Z level up. How's the aquifer doing down below? This aquifer is good. Right, so we can deconstruct this now. need to figure out what's going on with my mic. So here's the thing. Here's a goofy thing that I bumped into. It turns out, and I don't know what it regulates for what, but it turns out the headset, remember how everything somehow always seemed off? The headset, I haven't tweaked it too much because it makes it sound way worse, but off. The headset's always had a volume limiter on. So if I turn off the volume limiter, I actually have more volume that I can put into the headset. But now to me, I sound too loud. So I'm wondering if this is where if this is where I truly sound, like if I were to have that at max under normal conditions, if I could then tweak the rest of the audio to be correctly. So I'm wondering if the volume limiter is somehow muting certain things. And that's why occasionally I have difficulty figuring out what is louder, me or my music. But the last half is an extension. Because they first have to reach the sleeping dwarf before they can kill someone, and once that dwarf wakes up, they stop going after him. Yeah, but like, why are they always so far away? Like, let me put it this way: they'll go an in-game year or two without killing anyone, and then it'll be like dead, 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 dead. Like, they'll start going on like murder sprees. It's not like why does it take so long for them to murder someone, but why are they then able to go on murder sprees when they're done? Now, spring is upon us, so I'm going to